Ownership is when they actually have their role. One of the most awesome things about these new playbooks, guys, you can teach someone skills, but you can't teach values. Several years ago, we had somebody come in, and she was actually a motivational speaker on the topic of team structure. And what she had this Punnett square of performance, basically. And basically there was the culture line and there was the performance line. And the lowest of both was just fired. Let them go. They had puppies, they had stars, and they had terrorists. Puppy is someone with great culture, good for the office, happy person, not necessarily a lot of skills yet, but you can teach skills. Then you have the stars, and they're just good at everything. And we all hope to have a couple of those. And then there was the terrorist, who's very good at their job, but terrible for culture, super toxic. Anybody have a terrorist in their office? No one has a terrorist. You're liars. You are lying. Yeah. You just got rid of one? Atta girl. Yeah, yes you did. I know that one. If you're hiring fast to fill a void, it's going to cost you more. Also, we talk about Danny Roach got called out earlier. Guy got rid of a couple of employees and had the best month he's ever had in his career, overnight. So you have no idea. What we do is we avoid the temporary inconvenience of having to replace somebody. This is squeaky. The temporary inconvenience of having to rehire for a position. This is gonna stink for like 3 months, so we just avoid that, and we avoid that, and we avoid it. What happens? You've created your ceiling, right? And even your good people are like, well, she's a total B. I don't want to be around her. So they avoid that side of the room. What does that do for the culture in the office? Again, ownership is when they actually have their role. One of the most awesome things about these new playbooks, guys, is yes, you have to own it yourself, but it can also be delegated. Some of these are things like I'm blessed. I've got a staff of 3 doctors and 9 support staff. And I took one of my support staff and I said, Kelly, I want you to own this material. It was marketing. I want you to own this. There's no excuse for me to not own it. I have to own it. All right? But I handed this to her and I said, I'll write you a check for $250 when you demonstrate that you understand this.